there and some clouds as well. So Illy, we felt a little bit of humidity earlier today. Can we expect cooler temperatures? Might we see some rain? What do you got for us?
Yes, we can expect a lot about when it comes to cooler temperatures, but we can also expect some rainstorms. As you see here, this is a current Doppler radar, and there is an area of flood watch. Remember, if watch means watch out, doesn't mean that's happening currently, but there's possibility of hitting there. So as you see here, this does not expire until 9 p.m. in Lincoln, New Mexico. So in that area, but everything else seems to be quite clear at the moment. But now let's take a look at the future track clouds and precipitation. Remember, this is an approximation of what we might see. So as you see here, most of the rainstorms around 1 p.m. will be around Chaparral. Some are coming and creeping into El Paso and Las Cruces, but most of them are to our southwest. But as the day goes on, especially around 3 p.m., you'll see that most of the storms are located around Columbus and some areas in Cloudcroft. But throughout the day, especially around 6 p.m. later on in the evening, you're going to be seeing that most of the storms are going to be coming into El Paso and Las Cruces, some in Silver City. But as you see, it's in green. So that means it's going to be a little bit more of pitter-pattering, not heavy rainfall throughout the day. But as the day goes on, for Sunday, you'll see that there's going to be accumulation around 10 p.m. and this is when it starts getting a little bit heavier rainfall, especially around El Paso and Las Cruces and some in Chaparral. So if you're going to be in those areas, you can expect some flash flooding, some gusty winds, and especially if you're going to be in there, make sure you take an umbrella, you take a raincoat. That way you won't get sick, especially when it comes to that temperature shifts and changes. And as you see here, it's still going to stay here around Monday at around 12 a.m. There's going to be the heavy rainfall throughout the time, but it starts to slowly drift away until later in the evening. Now the rain chances are going to be increasing throughout the week, but for today, as you see, the most chances of the rainfall is going to be around 12 p.m. all the way up throughout the day and until 8 p.m. So there's going to be some chances of rainfall. Again, if you're going to step outside, make sure you take your rain boots and splash in the puddles. I remember I used to love that when I was a kid. Now the rain chances throughout the week for Sunday to Tuesday is going to be 40%, and it slowly starts to drip down throughout the week. But now let's take a look at our 7-day future track brought to you by Mattress Firm. As you see, there's going to be a high accumulation of rainfall, and the chances will be around 40% all the way up to Tuesday. And as you see, the temperatures are going to be into mid to low 90s. So that's a nice change from last week that we were hitting the triple digits. And for Las Cruces, still going to have that chances of rainfall Saturday through Tuesday with 40%, and it's going to slowly go down with 20%, but the chances of rainfall are going to be quite high with low temperatures. Now let's go back to you, Olivia.